Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Kirby Fair Show. I'm Kirby, and I have a incredibly special treat for me and you with that unbelievable mustache, Sam. 10 out of
Thank
10.
you. Thank you.
It's Sam Auld. Welcome, Sam.
Happy to be here. Looking forward to it. Just
I,
feeling good.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. That's not true.
That's not true.
Sam knows that's just not true. Um, Football season's been tough, but we'll dig into that a little later. Um, Sam has been shuffling it up, which I'm very proud.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people. I'm sure they care.
Yeah, so everyone knows him. Skip Bayless,
Yep.
famed, TV personality, sports personality. He comes from a family of chefs, and his brother, Rick, apparently is like really into like Hispanic cuisine, and so he had a nice recipe for some homemade carnitas, and so I made that and some guac yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I ate good. I was
Yep.
I was like remarking today at work. I'm like, I spent like 3.5 hours or 4 hours making that, and I just laid
Yep.
in bed last night, and I'm like, that felt good.
Carnitas take forever, but it's all worth it at the end. Um, I made some smothered chicken, but that's beside the point.
Still good.
So good. But yeah, I think had a lot of good stuff going on. Flag football. Let's see. Oh, I want to say. Uh, let's see. Before we dive in, want to make sure you guys know to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at AldSam, The Kirby Fair Show. You can follow me too. I post usually if you want to see what gets posted on the Kirby Fair Show twice, or my dog. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and yeah, I just want to make sure you guys hit that up before you might be a little depressed by the end of this one. So we'll see. But yeah, flag football has been going great. We actually have the finals this weekend, so I'm really excited about
Nice.
that. My team has been definition time flies when you're having fun, because at the beginning of the season we play these like non-conference games, right? Against there's like two conferences, whatever. And you play games that don't count against your like record. And
Preseason.
so we were killing it. We won basically all the games. And I was like, shit, we're a good team. This is the first good team I've been on. We're going to light it up. Then we start conference play. And I'm having a great time. Team chemistry is there. We have really good plays, etc. But apparently those close games were, most of them were not in our favor. Because I realized, I go up to my captain and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that I'm finally on a good team and I won't have a 8:30 slot, because when you play, it's called Super Fab Bowl, and it's like you get placed into a bracket where you play until you lose, or I guess until you win, and the worst seeds have to play at 8 o'clock. And so I was like, finally, I won't have to play at 8 o'clock. And he goes, well, I'm like, what? And he shows us our record. And I'm like, since when? I've
You're
been
just
having a blast. There's no way we've been losing. I just truly didn't believe it. But turns out,
that's
yeah, we
crazy.
suck a little bit. But I mean, shout out to my boys out there.
Dude.
I've been having a great fucking time.
so, so having so much fun that you do not know the score of the game. You're just out there giving it your all, gloves on backwards. Maybe they're on frontwards now, but hey.
I mean, it was like the real problem was like some games we were getting completely blown out, which is like whatever. And
Yeah.
then other games we'd be in control, and then sort of at the end we'd like flub it up a little bit and we lose by like one.
Mm-hmm.
And so those, I'm thinking, like we're playing great. Because afterwards, the captains come up and was like, guys, we did great this weekend. Like And apparently that's all I hear. I don't hear the rest of it of like, we'll get them next weekend. We're doing great.
You're like, we did great. Let's go.
I'm just like, great. I know we did great. This was so fun. Thanks for having me. And I go home and have my little Saturday and whatever. And turns out, no, the boys are bad.
Your juice box and orange wedges after the game. You're like, let's go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Great. I've never asked you like the specifics of the flag football, but are these like full like 60-minute games, or are they like reduced in some way?
They're 40 minutes, and I believe it's either 60 or 80 yards.
So a little smaller, but still like 40 minutes is a decent amount of time.
It's intense, And now, I'm playing on both sides of the ball, so it's not like I can say, oh man, the defense really let us down.
Well,
because
there's no scapegoat now. Hey, listen, if I had a vote for the Heisman, I might just have to put down Kirby Ferris.
I agree. I've been gunning for. I promise, guys, we will start to talk about not me.
It's the name of the show. Come on.
I was like, I've been gunning this entire season for. We have like superlatives, and I swear to God, well, that's not true. I've been wanting them. They have this award for miscongeniality. Okay. So I was hoping there would be an anti-miscongeniality and I could win like unsportsmanlike player of the year, because my trash talk game is elite. Impeccable.
Best trash talker.
In a separate instance, this was great. It was very heated a little bit. And like in a separate league I play in, this person was like, it was really like, one of those games where I was about to fuck someone up. But thankfully, another teammate fucked someone up. And the girl goes to the ref and is like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And then the other person on my team was like, I'm going to punch you in the face if you don't shut up.
Oh my gosh.
And then the girl goes to the ref and is like, they just threatened me. And then I go, it's not a threat if she means it. And I'm like looking around. Yeah. I'm like, where, Kirby?
Where did that come from?
Why are you so excellent these days? I'm like bound to getting thrown out. I'm like I'm challenging ref calls. I'm like, where did you see that? I love the like LASIK Instagram.
Jameis? Oh.
The like, I guess they have like a Twitter account, LASIK for your eyes.
I didn't know this.
But every single time in like an NFL game where there's like an egregious call that the refs miss, they post it. And it's like, we can help you out with LASIKs.
Oh my gosh.
And so, yeah, I'm on that like vengeance train of like, I'm going to let these people know. I'm roasting my own teammates. I'm out here like, who do you think you are? Like Patrick Mahomes, because they throw like a sidearm ball. I'm like, do you think I'm Kevin? My references are just all sports. I'm like, do you think I'm Kevin Durant when they sail it over my head?
They
love it.
It feels
they love
like
the pressure.
If this were like a basketball setting and I were your coach, I would before every game I'd be like, Kirby, you got 5 fouls. You can't take them home. So go out there, use them.
Exactly. I'm like, what do I need to do to get thrown out of this game? Every single time we play like a hard team, I'm like, let's show them. Play one. What's 15 yards if you're dictating the rest of the game?
It sounds like you're a real like Dan Campbell, like we're biting them in the kneecaps type of mentality.
I'm gonna bite you in the kneecaps, chew it up, and spit it out on your face. That's where I'm at.
That's where she's at.
With flag football.
With flag football. I'm gonna take your flag and I'm gonna rub it in the dirt. So
exactly. Oh my God, the real like insult is you pull someone's flag and you throw it. Either you throw it behind you or you throw it in their face. You can get called for that.
Is that like delay a game or like unsportsmanlike?
It's unsportsmanlike conduct, yeah. And it's pretty, because then it revs up the other team because they're like, "What the fuck? You can't do that." Anyways.
Oh my gosh. I'm kind of sad that I moved away before I could witness this,
Well, we play in the spring when you come up.
In the spring, I'll have to, yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk less about my drama and go more into other girl drama, because it's been pretty juicy in the WNBA sound.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've kind of like shifted to the other leagues. I didn't realize how many like coaching changes have been made. So I like opened up our document today. I was like, wow, that's like almost half the league, right? If not more. That's crazy.
What did I say? It was 9 out of 16. Yeah, 16.
Wow.
I mean, like, who are you following on Instagram? Just like go follow everyone. Listen, go follow the Gist. Go follow ESPNW, and go follow Highlight Her, and you'll get all the news. Okay, that's a good. I'll start sending you more shit because I've fallen off on forwarding you things on Instagram. So that's my bad. I'll take accountability. But you might remember, folks, that last NFL offseason, we talked often about the coaching carousel, where, every year there's at least 5 positions open in the NFL because people just suck. And if you thought that was bad, the WNBA coaching carousel is so much worse. I'm gonna list it off, and then we can dive in a little further. We have the Atlanta Dream, which was 15-25 last year. They fire their head coach Tanisha Wright, and now they've hired Florida Gulf Coast coach who's been there for 23 years, Carl Smesco. Shout out Carl. Chicago Sky. This one hit home. This one hit real deep. Teresa Weatherspoon, they fire after 1 year. She was a dog, like straight up dog. And then they hired Tyler Marsh, who was a Aces assistant coach for 2 years, and is also a 2-time WNBA champ and a 1-time WNBA champ as an assistant coach. Then we have the Fever. So obviously, we all knew pretty much by game 2 that Chrissy Sides needed to be fired. But turns out their GM, who then got fired, clearly wasn't someone that would make an in-season change. So what's that supposed to say? But anyways, Chrissy Sides is out, and then they bring in, honestly, great move, Stephanie White, who's the former coach of the Connecticut Sun, who had a great postseason run. I'm pretty sure they made it to the semifinals. So you're kind of like, what's that about? If she was at a good team, why is she going to a bad? What's that about?
You really called your shot with this one. Like, I think you were predicting like a few games into the season, you're like, Fever going to make a coaching change.
Chrissy Sides was out of her league.
And your whole theory that Deanne also subscribed to was that they were going to bring in the former Iowa women's coach, Lisa Bluter.
I mean, who's to say she won't?
Because they were like meeting for lunch or whatever. Yeah, but hey, I'll take another coach that has the playoff pedigree.
And then we have the Washington. This is funny. The Washington Mystics who are 14-26, fire their coach Eric Thibault and his daddy, who was also the GM. So that family's out of business. The Dallas Wings. I'm still going. The Dallas Wings, who were 9-31, which sucks, fired their head coach, and the LA Sparks, who were 8-32, fired their coach, Kurt Miller, who is gay. But in his defense, the star Cameron Brink went down early in the season with a torn ACL. In addition, looking forward, I suppose, the Golden State Valkyries, also one of the expansion teams, hired the Aces assistant Natalie Nakase. So I hope I'm saying that right. So the Aces are now down 2 great assistant coaches. And let's see, what did I say? This is just the head. That was just the head coaches. The head coaches, like I said earlier, 9 out of 16 teams made a change at head coach or either GM. So there's kind of a good deal of shakeup, and I think that from this we're only expecting, like right now, that I'm hoping the Fever get better and the Sky get better, because other than that, it's kind of just like up in the air of what's gonna go.
Yeah, reading through all this too, seeing all the change. It just reminded me that the expansion draft for the Golden State Valkyries is happening in less than a month at this point. I looked it up. December 6th, an expansion draft is happening. So that'll be fun. We'll be watching to see
I
the
think
more
we
drama
should.
that ensues.
I think we should live stream it.
Live stream it. All right.
I really put it in the calendar. I think we should figure out how to live stream it.
I already know I'm taking that day off for a different reason, but now hey, it works out.
You know, it's gonna happen after work ends.
Well, yeah, no, there's another thing happening on December 6th that I was getting ready for.
Okay, secrets.
Secret. It's just a new book coming out that I want to read all day.
Book boy. Yes,
Book boy.
Sam's book boy.
It's true.
What do you? It's like that, like sci-fi fantasy. What do they call it? It's like high fantasy.
Yeah, like epic fantasy.
Low fantasy,
it's
something like that. Oh, so you're gonna go stand in line at like Barnes and Nobles?
Yeah, I don't know if there are gonna be lines, but I'm gonna go to a Barnes and Noble.
There's gonna be lines. That's pretty funny. I thought you were about to like reveal yourself as like you have a secret like Fortnite streaming account. And I was like, why haven't we been promoting it this whole time?
No.
So obviously I have some thoughts, Sam. But what do you think all of this movement, shaking and grooving, says about the WNBA and their plans for the future? Is it good? Is it too much change?
I don't think it's too much change. I think just, definitely more eyes on the W this season. And so some of these teams are like, hey, if we're going to have more eyes, we need to play better. And the first sort of look there is at the coaching and the GM position. And so, it's going to be hard to say whether all these moves were good or bad. There's no way that they're all good moves. Yeah. You're going to have to kind of wait and see how that plays out. But, change can be a good thing. And it's happened, so we just got to ride it out.
I'm most concerned about the Chicago Sky move.
They were like almost a playoff team.
Exactly. They're almost a playoff team. They went
like 14 and something.
They were 13. Okay. Well, they were last in the Eastern Conference. That can't be true.
Well, I think they were almost like the 8 seed or something.
Yeah. They won. That's tough. Okay, so I'll put it in perspective. They won 30% of their games. They went 13-27, and we're the last in the Eastern Conference. However, do I think this is Teresa Weatherspoon's fault? No. And do I have a soft spot for her? Yes. I don't know why, but I love her energy.
Yeah.
But Kennedy Carter went down mid-season for a couple games. She was obviously the driver of the team. Like, I don't even know how old she is, but it doesn't matter because she was like the main veteran and like really dictated. She was that one that pushed Caitlin Clark down
in the game. Yeah.
And like ignited the rivalry between the Sky and the Fever. And then so she was hurt for a couple games, and then Marina Mayberry, if you don't know her name, you fucking suck. Because that girlie is amazing at basketball. She's like one of those white girls that shows up, hits a three, and plays solid defense, and is just a great teammate. And then with maybe I should have known Teaspoon was out of there, because with maybe 10 or 12 games. Oh no, it was at the All-Star break. They traded her to Connecticut Sun. And she was their only 3-point threat. And it's what's the Angel Reese is getting double-doubles every single week. I mean, every single game, but sorry, 15 points to 20 points isn't how you win a game if no one else is finishing.
It's harder to run the offense.
Oh my god, the finishing on the Sky and the Fever is literally was so embarrassing. And then with 5 games left, when it was can they make the playoffs? Angel Reese hurts her hand and is out for the rest of the season. So yeah. I don't know what that says about Teaspoon.
Teaspoon.
Yeah, now I'm imagining a teaspoon.
Hard to work under those conditions.
Exactly. So it's how is it her fault? Not I think that's what I'm a little concerned about, because I completely agree that there are all these eyes, and so more eyes on the game, and so we need to make some changes. Mm-hmm. But I'm worried that these GMs, these owners were too reactive. And I think
Yeah.
Teresa Weatherspoon would be a great example of how that may have bit them in the butt, you know. And Angel Reese loved her. I think that was really it for me. Like Angel Reese like posted a like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm gonna miss you. You were a great coach. I love you so much. To which I'm like, okay. But
Yeah.
also, you know, at least a great coach to have for Angel Reese's rookie year and moving forward. We can see what, you know, the Aces assistant coach can do. I'm sure he's great, but I'm worried everyone's moving a little too fast, a little too reactive. Kind of like the NFL. GMs
Yeah.
owners in the NFL are insane. It's like David Tepper.
Yeah. Oh gosh, David Tepper got rid of Dan Snyder. He was, had other problems going on.
Oh, Dan Snyder, bless his heart.
Jerry Jones, the Jets, Woody Johnson, very reactionary nowadays.
Very reactionary. Yeah, you really named him.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I stumbled upon. That's not true. I directly went to LSU.
I searched for it.
Yeah, I searched for it. Women's college basketball is back, which means Flage is back playing for LSU.
That's right.
And I went to their website, LSU women's basketball schedule, and you can download a calendar, subscribe to the calendar with your little iCloud or your little Gmail, whatever you use. You can download the schedule. It updates if things changes. So now I have all of my LSU, when I know all the LSU games are, exactly what time on my calendar, so I'll never miss it. So
nice.
I implore you all to go do that. Your favorite team. You can do Iowa. I don't fucking care. I would suggest Stanford right now. I would suggest Notre Dame. Who else?
I'd also
obviously
suggest
LSU.
Yeah, I'd suggest on your podcast platform of choice, clicking the subscribe button next to the Kirby Ferris show.
Oh, Sam. That's so sweet. Well, we'll leave it on that sweet note, and then we'll come back and see what's next on.
It's gonna sour.
On I won't sour. I'll try to keep it together.
Bittersweet, maybe.
This ad is not for children. Get hype this season with Celsius, the essential energy drink that just won't quit. Celsius is the only way to go during the Raiders-Commanders game, where taking a shot every time there's a 3-and-out isn't going to work anymore. Whether you're feeling the 3 p.m. slump, about to work out, or need to get that electric feeling back before the afternoon slate of games, get energized by giving Celsius a try. Again, not for children.
And we're back. So just to give you a little peek behind the curtain, Kirby and I have a very, very handy document that we work on. And just to sort of, give the mood of this next section, we are going to go into the section titled Kirby's Dreadful Football Season Full of Bummers Continues. So, Kirby, take it away.
I think that adequately describes everything actually, this was written down on paper and copied to the internet. So that's how much I embody this. So if you haven't heard, the Saints are back to being the Aints. If you're too young to know that, God bless you. And you've only known the Saints being good. So I'm really happy for you. The Saints recently have been on a 7-game losing streak. And this hurts to say. The last loss was handed to us by Bryce Young in the Panthers, and you can't lose to the Panthers. You absolutely can't lose to the Panthers right now. They're just a horrible, shitty team. It's not even like up for debate. But then Sam, fuck you, Sam, sends me a little picture of Bryce Young looking devious, saying he was the downfall of the Saints, which he really was, because then the Saints fired Dennis Allen, who needed to go, just like Christy Sides. The Bensons, I'd say they're a little hands-off owners. They really just let it ride. I think they were really kind of got lulled by the Drew Brees era, the Sean Payton era. They made some really good decisions early on, and then they're like, well, sounds like we don't need to do anything ever.
We got our Super Bowl from 2011.
2009. wildly fired Dennis Allen after this loss. They elevate special teams coach Darren Rizzi to be the interim head coach, and obviously sick name.
Sick name. The Rizzler.
Obviously, they call him the Riz. I mean, like, come on. And he did stop the 7-game losing streak, and we beat up the Falcons. So, as I have written here in this very professional document, suck it, Kirk Cousins.
Suck it. Suck it, Kirk.
So,
Kirby was
sorry
gassing
about
you
it.
up all season, Kirk. Can't beat her Saints.
I'm sorry you're in the NFC South. That's not my fault.
You chose
Kirk has become the ultimate. Obviously, he can't be the OG original gangster, but he is the NG, the new gangster.
The new gangster.
He has met Atlanta and embraced the culture.
He
That
really
man
has.
He is no longer. He has his black card twice a year.
Yeah.
Can you guess what times?
Is it when they're playing the Saints?
No.
Sorry, what did you say? His black card?
His black card. He gets a black girl. He gets a black card twice a year. Can you
Twice
can you
a
guess?
year.
Twice, yeah.
I don't know if I can guess. I don't know where you're going.
Give me one guess. Give me one guess.
Give you one guess. It's like smoking the Cowboys or something in the locker room afterwards.
Yeah, I actually didn't have an answer, so I'm just trying to see what you were gonna say. I set you up. Anyways, yeah. So the Saints are done. We're 3-8, or I guess we're 3-7 right now. We're third in the NFC South. We're not nearly as good as the Falcons nor the Bucks. I hate Derek Carr, and he is the reason. Some might say, I'm not putting it on paper, that Chris Olave is out with a concussion and is now considering having to retire because Derek Carr throws what Tom Brady would say, balls you should not throw to protect your teammates.
Hospital balls.
Up to you, listener, how you want to handle that.
Yeah, it's the second time Derek Carr has gotten Dennis Allen fired. You know, he was with him with the Raiders.
I forgot about that.
Now he's got some fired from the Saints.
I mean, that isn't on Dennis Allen. I feel like just like Aaron Rodgers, they did not consult him on literally anything. That's Mickey Loomis's fault, who honestly should go as well. Like, he's had a great run. So, am I mad at Mickey? I'm mad at okay.
She's mad.
So we can't be fully mad at Mickey Loomis as the GM. You know, he does control who we draft. And, but he also controls the cap, who the Saints have historically been the deepest in cap trouble, which means to you others out there that they don't have money to spend and they're actually like majorly in the red. And there's a degree to which you can actually be in the red, even though money is fake and even though the cap is fake. The Saints are fucked, which is Mickey.
There is a
Lewis's
limit
fault.
At some point, yeah.
And the thing is, we have so many good fucking players throughout the years. And then this year I go, wait, that guy, and that guy, and that guy, oh, and that guy, just purely on the Lions. I'm like, oh, they played for the Saints. So then I do a little digging. Here we go. Are you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
All right. Brandon Cooks, formerly on the Saints, drafted in the first round, 20th overall in 2014. You know where he's playing now? The Cowboys.
The Cowboys?
And he's doing really good. This one hurt as soon as I heard it. Teron Armstead, amazing offensive lineman. You know, the Saints O-line was super good for a really long time. He was drafted by the New Orleans Saints in the 3rd round in 2013, and guess where he is now? Miami. Von Bell. I know you know Von Bell's name. He is an amazing player.
Know the name.
Amazing player. Drafted in the 2nd round, 2016. He's now in the Bengals. And he's one of those guys that's been on a couple teams because he's so good. They keep wanting him. So they keep paying him. And he keeps going to different teams. But the Saints, we said, don't have the money. Sorry about it. Goodbye. Even though we drafted you. This one hurt as well. Alex Anzalone. Unbelievable white linebacker. And I'm a sucker for a white linebacker. Drafted 3rd overall in 2017. He's on the Lions now. And I feel really, really bad about that because he's a great fucking player. And Trey Hendrickson, come on. Household name.
Yeah.
3rd round draft from the New Orleans Saints, 2017. That was only 7 years ago. He's playing for the Bengals and tearing it up, eating it up. What's that about? We're not even halfway done.
Can't afford him.
Can't afford them. Okay, I'm going to leave him for last. I'm going to leave Will Clapp, great center, now on the Buffalo Bills. Tricon Smith, great wide receiver, now, you guessed it, the Lions. Marcus Davenport, come on. He was a major Saints player. Can't believe it. Now he's on the Lions as well. Do you see what I mean? And then this man, unbelievable player, great NFL character, CJ Gardner Johnson. The Saints drafted him in the 4th round. We're drafting
that's a steal.
Players that are getting bigger and bigger contracts in the 4th round, and they aren't on our team because we can't afford them. But Sam, I don't know.
Let's get to it. Yeah, there's one person. There's one gaping hole in your heart. The wound has freshly, the knife has been plunged in by Mickey Loomis, and that is Marshawn Lattimore.
I would say Kamala Harris losing that election because it really hurt. It really hurt.
Yeah.
So luckily, somehow, for some reason, trade deadline was on election day.
Crazy.
Which is fine. Marshawn Lattimore, he gets traded to the Commanders. He's a cornerback staple for the Saints.
He's he was like a big name on the defense. Every time I knew that the Saints were playing the Bucks, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Marshawn Lattimore matched up against Mike Evans. Like, it's football and it's also a boxing match because of those two. So it's
that man's gonna eat some knees.
We're missing that guy now, missing that matchup.
Yeah, no, for sure. And now he's on the Washington Commanders. He was traded.
Yeah.
And it absolutely broke my heart because that was kind of the last actually great player that's young and is actually still playing well right now.
Yeah.
Chris Olave, obviously he's hurt, but he was great, but he's new. He's not a staple of the Saints yet. Marshawn Lattimore, he's gone. He's with my boy Jaden Daniels, so that's something. But this hurt me so bad. On Wednesday, I'm checking Instagram. It's the morning. I've come back from the dog park. I'm trying to get my sunlight in. And scrolling through the Saints feed, and they post a thank you video for Marshawn Lattimore. And it's multiple minutes. And his voice comes on, and he's like, "Thank you, New Orleans. Blah, 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 blah." They go through his highlights. And I start sobbing on my front steps. That was not okay.
Oh, no.
It was too much to handle for a Saints fan. A liberal Saints fan. Too much.
Wednesday
too much.
Was not good.
It was too
Kirby.
much. My baby was gone. The only hope for the Saints. And now he's no longer in our future. All because of Mickey Loomis. But the dude, he should still be an advisor. Clearly he drafts great. But he should no longer be in control.
Get someone else on the cap.
Money. I mean, let's get a woman. Who knows how to handle money better than a woman?
Let's do it.
I mean, because it's not you, Mickey. And if you're letting Marshawn Lattimore go, not only are we sellers at this point of the year, we're clearance of our big, massive flat screen TV that we bought that one year on Black Friday and we were really excited about, but now we need some money and the wife is like, well, we can't kick the kid out and we have to keep buying food and stuff, so yeah, we're gonna have to get that flat screen that you love out of here and we're gonna sell it on Facebook Marketplace for not a lot of money, but we need it to get through the week. And you're like, all right, yep, I did this to myself.
Yeah, it's tough times out here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna interrupt right here.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll take it from here. That was a lot of how do we put it? Dreadful football season full of bummers.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Take a break.
We'll take a break, and then we'll come back on the other side, and Sam's gonna Be a ray of
Gonna-
sunshine.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through the NFL and get some positivity in here, as I do.
Thank you all for listening to my horrible last 10 weeks. So we'll see you on the other side.
If you're like me, you have big ideas that can't be put on hold by tools that are too small for the task. The only way to tackle your big plans is with the right equipment. Upgrade your tool arsenal with the Milwaukee set today. And stop looking around for that screwdriver that just won't cut it anymore, or that one drill bit that you swear you saw just last week. Check out Milwaukee's innovative line of power tools and wrench sets, and you'll never look back, unless you put it together wrong the first time, to which that's on you, not Milwaukee.
Thank you, Sam, for ushering in that break and
We're
letting me
through
cool
the break.
off.
Yeah, we've cooled off. We're gonna get some positivity in here now. So I'll lead this one. Jump in whenever you want. But yeah, we're just gonna go through the state of the NFL right now. Let's go through the standings. I'm gonna start with the NFC because I feel like you're gonna have less to say about these. So I'll give you a little more time. But yeah, NFC right now, we have the Detroit Lions at the
Ballers.
top. They're
Thanks
they're
to the
8-1.
Saints.
Yeah,
There was 4
They're
players.
pretty hot. The
Sorry.
Eagles and Vikings are 7-2. They're doing
Fine.
pretty good. Vikings are kind of on a downtrend. Hopefully that continues. That's my
clearly
opinion.
not. They've only lost 2 games.
Yeah, but they were 5-0, and now they're 7-2. Anyway, we got the Commanders at 7-3. Just had a heartbreaking loss at the end to the Steelers, but
Oh, yeah, but the Steelers
Jaden
are
Daniels
going for it.
Jaden Daniels, he looks amazing. They just picked up this insane guy on defense called Marshawn Lattimore. Maybe you've heard of him.
Jaden Daniels for Rookie of the Year, though. Easy runaway.
Oh, easily. We got the Packers at 6-3 coming off the bye. Playing the
Happy for
Bears
you.
this week. Caleb Williams.
Easy
get
dub.
ready. Yeah, the Bears 4-5. Talk about falling apart. They just fired their offensive coordinator. Caleb Williams, he has not looked good in recent weeks. They have like the toughest remaining schedule. Are the Bears going to do the same thing where they keep a lame duck head coach, draft a rookie, fire the coach, and then have a coach who didn't draft this quarterback? Tune in. My money is on yes, they're doing that. The Bucks, they are 4-6. I didn't actually realize that. That
is like my flag football team. You wake up and you're like, oh my God, the Bucks are bad.
Yeah, they're on a 4-game losing streak. I did not realize that. Yeah, we got the bottom 4 of the NFC.
Let's just skip it. Let's go to the
let's
AFC.
skip it. Yeah. AFC. Yeah. At the top, we got the Chiefs, undefeated, 9-0. The haters are out. Mahomes, admittedly, has not been playing, as well as he has in recent years. Doesn't matter. They're undefeated. They blocked a game-winning kick this past week. So there is some deal with the devil going on right there. You did, and I was like, "What happened?" Because I don't know. I was watching something else,
and I think I went to sleep, and then I left you hanging, and I was like, "Nah, man." I watched the end of that, and it was like, well, they have to punt the ball, and then Bo Nix was apparently playing out of his mind, and the Broncos marched down the field. So a field goal, the Broncos could beat them with the field goal.
They could have won.
And then
it was like a really short field goal.
Yeah, former Saints kicker that was poached by Sean Payton.
Groupie, right?
Yeah, but Will Lutz.
Will Lutz, that's right.
But apparently the problem is on their guard just wasn't set, and the Chiefs linebackers
they knew that
pushed the man over and blocked it, which was amazing. It was crazy.
So yeah, congrats Kansas City on your playoff bye, I guess. But no, we got the Bills. They're at 8-2. They've been
shout out
playing
Dad.
Well. Shout out Mr. Ferris. Shout out Josh Allen too. He's been doing good.
Big boy.
The Steelers are at 7-2.
Hell yeah, they are.
A big win against the Commanders. Russell Wilson balling out. They just picked up Mike Williams, and he's throwing moon balls to Mike Williams and George Pickens, and it's working.
His moon balls are actually
that's like his thing. Yeah.
Mr. Unlimited is undefeated actually right now.
Unlimited. As my friend Jake likes to say, he's feeling sussy for Russie. So let's see if that continues.
Put it on a t-shirt.
I'm sure it already is. Right behind them at 7-3, we got the Ravens. So that's looking like it could be a good, division.
That's surprising that the
See
Ravens
who's
are
going to win
higher.
that. We got the Texans at 6-4.
CJ is
kind of bad vibes. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They looked like they had the Lions on Sunday Night Football in a game where Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions. The Lions won. So
yeah.
what's going on in Houston? Don't know.
Apparently, in all of his games, he's thrown 4 or more. He's 6-0. Jared Goff.
I think I saw that was misinformation that Aaron Rodgers believed. Yes. I saw
Fair
that.
enough. Aaron Rodgers is Mr. Misinformation, but don't quote me on
that. We got the Broncos at 5-5. We just touched on them, but they're kind of, getting heated.
Young team.
Colts at 4-6. Weird
Are
vibes.
you kidding? The Colts are ahead of the Bengals? Okay.
They're both 4-6.
Unbelievable. Unacceptable. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, we got the Bengals at 4-6. Definitely a better vibe, 4-6 than the Colts. And right now, top 5 picks would go Jacksonville, Giants, Tennessee, Cleveland, Las Vegas, if the season ended today. So
the Saints are close behind, yeah.
The Saints are at 7. It's crazy. There are 11 teams with 3 or less wins.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad for the NFL.
There's 17 with 4 or less.
People are bailing. I went to the Saints bar maybe 2 weeks ago when they played the Bucks, I think. And I hadn't been there before, but I went with some family and they were like, so we got here early because usually it's packed, but
Oh no.
I mean, it's hurting businesses. The Saints, these teams being bad is hurting the economy because none of these places are going to like Saints bars anymore. It's just like too depressing. Like you might as well just like buy your Michelob Ultra and drink it at home and watch the Saints lose. Can we touch on Joe Burrow a little bit, please?
Yeah, let's touch on Joe Burrow. He's got his Slim Shady hair has grown out a little bit, so he's got like kind of like a bleach tips thing going on.
They call him Frosted Tips, and it looks so
Frosted Tips.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
He looks so good.
But yeah, Bengals. They were in the Thursday night game against the Ravens. They drove down to almost tie it. They were deciding between an extra point for the tie or a 2-point conversion for the win. They went for the 2-point, and it did not convert. Throwback to earlier in the show when Kirby mentioned LASIK, because there's a picture out there from the 2-point conversion where there are 3 face masks in one image.
Against the Ravens.
Against the Ravens, yeah. None of them were called. Funnily enough, tangent right here. On Halloween, I went to a Carolina Hurricanes game.
Oh,
NHL,
cool.
Yeah. And so it's Halloween, so people are dressing up. I saw a lot of blind ref costumes, So I don't know how well that translates to hockey, but the guy across the row from me.
Do they even have refs in hockey?
Yeah, the guy across from me, he was letting it known what he thought of the officiating, and it was not positive.
It's been tough. It's been tough out here for the losers.
But hey, Hurricanes won. It was 8-2, which is crazy.
Ooh, a lot of scoring.
I know.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow, like you said, he looks incredibly amazing. He's having an amazing season. I know this personally because, of course, I drafted him on my fantasy football team. And my plan next year is to draft him and do whatever it takes to draft Jamar Chase. And I will live and die by the Bengals.
That's, if you had done that
40?
this last
he had
game.
40?
Yeah, he had an insane amount.
And Joe Burrow had 30 points. It was insane. He threw for like 420 yards. Sam and I, maybe you shouldn't listen to us because we're at the bottom of the flag football pool. I think we will not make the playoffs.
Hang on, let's consult the app right here.
It's looking really bad for me. I lost a tough one because Kareem Hunt in that game against the Bucks, the Chiefs games against the Bucks, he needed to score have a score of 20 points, which is absolutely unfathomable. The percentage probability of me winning was 100% during that game with 10 minutes left, and then all of a sudden I lose because Kareem Hunt scores rushes fucking 2 touchdowns. And honestly, ESPN has a lot too many points for a touchdown, but again, I'm the loser, so I'm gonna whine.
Looking at the standings right now, it's given Kirby a 6% chance at the playoffs. It's giving me a 46. Horrible. So I'm kind of fighting for that number 6 seed because it kind of looks like the top 4 and arguably the top 5 have been locked up.
Yeah.
Those are all about, top fifth place right now is at a 78%, and the top 4 are all above 90. So I'm gonna have to do some damage here. I'm doing good in my other leagues, so that's fun.
I
just traded for Jamar Chase in one of them, so
I feel like half those guys at the top were on auto draft too. They dropped in, drafted their top 2 players, and then dipped.
Sometimes you just need to get out of your own way, get your guy.
I think I went too heavy on the rookies. I'll learn from that mistake.
Yeah, no, you learn. It's all about having fun. That's fantasy football. Try it out.
But basically, all I want to say here, Sam, and I appreciate you running it down for us. Joe Burrow is having an MVP season.
Yeah.
But he's not going to make the playoffs because his defense sucks. And you know why he's having an MVP season? Because Lamar Jackson is the leading in all the bets and bullshit like that in Vegas. He has the best odds to win the MVP because he's having a crazy season as well. However, I'll add in here, Joe Burrow is better than him. He has more yards per game. He has a exact same percentage, completion percentage at 69%. And only Lamar is better because Joe Burrow has 24 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And Lamar has 24 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Sure, might you add in Lamar Jackson's a great rusher? Yeah. But also, he's had Derrick Henry to do half the work, and honestly, he should be in the MVP discussion too. So, I feel really bad for Joe Burrow. And Jamar Chase is also bummed because he literally said, I can't believe we're still losing and Joe and I are playing like this. And I'm like, me too, baby, me too. But will I keep tuning in to see Joe Burrow's face every week? Yeah, I will.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at their schedule. Some of these losses, they've been close.
They've been so close.
Lose to the Chiefs by 1, lose to the Commanders by, 5? And that was when the Commanders were, they were kind of making a name for themselves in week 3. Lose to Baltimore the first time by 3. Philadelphia kind of killed them, and then lose to the Baltimore Ravens again by 1. And then the week 1 weird loss to the Patriots.
We've been in it. Every single game we've been in it. But it's the defense. Joe Burrow is scoring what average? He has a... Cincinnati is averaging 27 points per game, which is 6th best in the league. Oh, okay, here we go. Cincinnati is 26 worse in points allowed. So only slightly above Jacksonville and Tennessee. So my poor Dallas is 31 out of 32.
We're not going to touch on them.
No, we won't. We're going to end this. We're going to end this before I get even more. I appreciate everyone if you've gotten this far, you're a real fan. It may have been because Sam picked up the slack here. Yeah, Sam had a great performance today. Yeah, Sam, I appreciate all of your hard work today. I think despite all my woes, this has been quite a banger of an episode.
Yeah, I think we turned it around.
I think I'll be much happier if the Chiefs lose. Just one game. Okay. If they drop one game, I think I'll be like, okay, y'all shut the fuck up. The Chiefs are winning. They're 3-peat. Y'all can get over it.
Yeah. I don't want the 3-peat. They're kind of the villains now.
They're not the villains.
The Chiefs aren't the villains. You don't.
No, if you view it positively. If you're become a Chiefs fan because your Saints are the Aints, then you're very happy all the time. So I just want people to stop shit talking the Chiefs because we're winning. That's all I want.
I'm just saying, it's the perfect time right now to buy in on the Bengals for when they go run the table, The defense, it's going to shape up.
Oh yeah,
And,
you can
maybe
fix
it
defense.
starts Sunday night.
Oh, well,
Buy in
obviously, if
now.
the Bengals get good again, I'm not jumping ship because I can be a fan of like 8 teams at a time. That's how I keep myself going. The NFL season is too damn long to only have one team. You got to pick up some
That's
others.
fair.
Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. And you'll probably be single and alone forever, just sitting in front of your TV, throwing your phone at it when the Cowboys lose once again. So that's just, my PSA, my advice to you all. Become a bandwagon fan. Don't be ashamed of it. It's your happiness that's online.
Yeah. I'll just say, if your team's bad, maybe you just turn the TV off on Sundays, Get outside. Sunshine's great for you. Little walking the dog action. Exercise is great. Makes you feel good.
I almost texted you that I was so happy the Jets were bad because I got to watch Love Island. I just turned off the game and I was like, here we go. Love Island USA. Watched like 4 episodes. Killed it. That was a great night. I don't even think I watched Sunday Night Football because I was like, who cares?
That's fair. Yeah. No, I experienced Love is Blind for the first time.
So
it
good.
got me,
The Charlotte one?
Sometimes. Is that the one? I only watched the first few episodes, but it's with the girl who says she looks like Megan Fox.
Oh my God, yes. That girlie. Nothing like Megan Fox.
She made me so mad for who she chooses.
Worse. It
No
gets
spoilers.
worse. You should finish it, though.
Get worse. Okay.
You should finish it, though.
It's on the agenda now.
So shout out, Kirby Fair Show with Sam says, stop watching football and watch reality shows.
TV.
Get your popcorn out because it is drama, just like the WNBA, and the Kirby Fair Show, along with Sam, will provide you with much more drama in the coming weeks, and possibly, if you don't hear from us before, and God, do I hope you do, we'll be live streaming the WNBA draft. But also, don't take my word for that, because we might not, because that involves me learning more technology.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining. Goodbye.